Just chill for a second, wait for some more people to join us. I'm sure there's someone out there who wants to jump in this space. We've got D. G'day, D. How are we? Thank you for joining us. Here comes everybody. Send my co-host out. Make sure everyone can hear me before we'll get kick this thing off. Approve. Okay, everyone's flooding in now. Go away. Okay, can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you. So, DYNO, you got me?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Okay, well, I suppose if everyone can hear me, I guess we'll kick this episode off with our good old intro music. All right, g'day everybody. I'm OzmanCollect63, and this is VeVe Wednesdays, brought to you by the VeVe Collective. As always, I am joined by my trusty co-host. You all know him, all love him. He's the one, the only, Mr. I need like a drum roll when it comes to my soundboard here, but I'm still working on it. I need Mr. I did have something queued up, but now it's decided to rug me. I need some suspenseful music. Here it is. Mr. DYNO MiVidaVeVe. There you go. Still a work in progress.
Thank you.
It's still a work in progress.
Suspense, man.
I know. I'm still working on it. I've had a busy week this week, so I haven't had much time to sort of commit to it. But it's a work in progress. But how are we all doing?
Good. Another VeVe Wednesday. We're at episode 19. Crazy.
19. And I was just thinking 19. Guys, 19 episodes already. We're left to 20. Nearly 20 episodes.
Yeah, which means 20 straight weeks.
Yep, 20 straight weeks. I'm thinking for episode 20, we need to do something special. So maybe we should do like another trivia round, another trivia game or something, do some giveaways. What do you reckon?
I would love that. Yeah, I've actually been thinking about buying one of those silicone secure shirts and then giving it away. So I think we'll do that.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I've also got some Kid Arcade NFTs I can give away, some prizes as well. I've also been meaning to do another quiz, which is why I've got some of them hanging around. So maybe we'll do another quiz, do some giveaways. Maybe we'll use the t-shirts as giveaways as well if you manage to get your hands on some of them. Try and spread some awareness. Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, sounds perfect. Got to do something special for number 20.
Saj, what you been?
Pretty good. Working hard. Been a busy week. We got a fire near our house, so that's not good.
Oh, no way.
They've already had to evacuate some people. So, yeah, pray for us. We can see the smoke from our window, which is not very cool, but we'll see. Hope the wind blows the other direction, and hopefully they put it out soon.
Yeah, right. So
that's what I really want is them to put it out soon.
Yeah.
So it doesn't affect anybody else.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's quite known for fires this time of year around your way, yeah? Or is it this is just something that's happened?
Stereotypically it's been October, but yeah, it's not out of the ordinary for this to happen. It's just we had a really rainy year, so we have a lot of plant material that is dry now. And so it's got a lot of fuel to burn. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Oh well, let's hope and pray for everybody out your way and for yourself, DYNO. Make sure that fire gets under control and nobody gets hurt. What else we got joining us today? We also got Hinano, D, Michael Campa. So Mark, D, Poppy, always a pleasure. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Thank you for taking the time to chill with us for our episode 19 of VeVe Wednesdays. So lot been happening this week in the VeVe space and digital collecting and everything. So have you been picking up anything good in the market lately, DYNO? Been shopping at all?
I got a couple of the Spider-Man. I don't know how to say it.
The noir one, the black and white.
Yeah, I got 2 commons, so I sold one back, and I wanted to stack some uncommons, but they were not getting as disrespected as I thought. So apparently, I wasn't the only one who thought that the uncommon looked even better than the common and get some extra MCP points. So
yeah,
somebody is on the ball, so that's good for them.
Cool. Well, Hinano D. Me,
you?
I didn't get anything. Like I said, I'm a bit gem poor and a bit cash poor this month for sinking into the app, but I'm hoping to try and scrape some gems together to try and go for this fantastic 4 drop, because it looks like it's definitely worth going for from what I've seen on like Dr. Strange's stacking the slacking videos, and the Go Collect looks like it's got a good in real life value to it, so it'd definitely be worth going for. And plus that ultra rare comic looks really nice as well with the 4 and all the scrolls everywhere. So I'm trying to scrape together some gems. I could at least go for at least one of them on the wait list, but knowing my luck, I probably won't get selected, and I'll probably have to fight for it in the aftermarket.
Yeah, I know. Good point. That it's pretty good book, and I'm about to right now pin Dr. Strange's video to the space.
Excellent. Yeah.
Should be up now.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, I'll be going for it too. I think I usually like the ultra rares better than the secret rares, but I think they're both cool in my opinion. But I think I like the secret rare just a bit better, just because it highlights the scrolls a little more. But yeah, I like it. That's a creative cover. I really like what they did with the ultra rare, so I would be happy with either one, but probably get a common.
Yeah. Have you actually been watching any of the TV show of Secret Invasion with the scrolls and that?
No, I've been catching up on a lot of the Star Wars, so I'm on episode 9 now. But I wanted Secret Invasion to finish so I can just binge it, because that's just how I roll. I won't watch shows for weeks at a time, and then all of a sudden I'll start binging them. So that's just how I do it. And so yeah, I guess it's over now, right? What did you think?
Yeah, what I think of Secret Invasion, it started off good, and then just sort of, I don't know, it just didn't really sort of go anywhere. And yeah, I mean, it seemed to be a lot of like, let's try and make Fury's life as hard as we possibly can, and try and make it like so tragic, because like, I won't try not to spoil anything, but like, there's certain people that die, and like, it just seems like Fury just as I don't know, it just seems a little bit rushed. It seems like the quality of Marvel's TV shows have been sort of going downhill lately. And also the series final as well wasn't overly impressive either. I mean, like, there was a really cheap CGI battle between like, two main characters that looked a little bit rushed. It didn't really go anywhere. I mean, it was cool like seeing Samuel Jackson back as Nick Fury, but it's I wouldn't definitely rate it up there as like my top Marvel shows. But I'd be interested to know your opinion once you get around to watching it.
Yeah. Do you think that it did a good job of bridging to the next thing, or did it just, I don't know, did it just fail?
I don't know. There were certain aspects of it which I thought were really cool. Like they introduced Olivia Colman's character. I can't remember her name now, but she's basically the English Secret Service agent. She had a really cool character. I reckon she could have a series all to herself. She was like really cool. But as for setting it up for the next thing, which I believe must be the Marvel's movie, yeah, it sort of like left it up to that. Like, I mean, I'm sure everyone's like seen it and probably familiar with it. Like, Fury's been spending his time up in space in the space station called Saber, which is doing like something spacey for the US government. And it more or less ends with him going back up to Saber. So that sort of sets it up for where I'm assuming the Marvels movie is gonna pick up.
I see. Yeah, because sometimes I'll have a little more grace with a show if it's clearly setting up the next thing, but yeah, sometimes the show just doesn't do that, and it's not entertaining. So I will see. I saw a lot of thumbs down from the Hinano and D, so I trust their judgment, but I'll probably just give it a watch myself and see. But I will lower my expectations.
What about you, Hinano and D? So we've got you up as speakers. Is there anything you want to add to it?
Yeah, just stick to watching Star Wars.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. I mean, if you're really bored.
Yeah. What did you guys think of it?
Man, I gotta tell you, I want my 6 hours of life back.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it
one
bit. But that's just me. I don't want my opinion to like disgruntle anybody.
No, that's cool.
I love Samuel L. Jackson, and just the direction they took, the execution from the director to even the scripts. Oh, I don't know. And that last the last episode just kind of like, what did I watch?
I
What did we watch?
It was a bit of a mess, wasn't it?
But that's just me. It was a complete mess. But you know, I went through it because you know, if you like that kind of stuff, you're gonna go and watch it, right? It wasn't for me. It wasn't my cup of tea. As for what I've been buying in the market, guys, I picked up 4 Venom lethal protectors.
Nice.
So I'm happy with that stack. I picked up 2 Iron Mans below. I got one at 118, and I got another one at 120.
Oh, very nice.
So got that. I picked up a what did I get? A Stan Lee 3-digit on the floor. Happy about that. That was the one where he's sitting on the throne.
Oh yeah, the king of the cameos.
Yeah, king cameos. And then I picked up a Astro Boy for like, I think I got him for like 32 gems.
Nice, so, killing it.
And then I'm like you, DYNO. I was waiting for those uncommons to fall, and they didn't. So I kind of scooped one up close to retail, a little bit below, just to have an extra one. But I didn't really stack that comic. I'm kind of like holding my whatever gems I got left, and I really want Olaf. I think he looks pretty cool as an animated. Yeah, he looks super cool. So I want Olaf. But that's kind of what I've been buying, guys. I failed on the McFarlane drop. I found out that it was my fault on the whole thing. I was having the error where I couldn't buy, and I know DYNO hooked me up on the allow list because I saw myself on there. But the problem was, I thought I was smart. Like, okay, I'll stay home. I'll do it at home. I'll do the drop at home, so I don't have to be at work and worry about any of that. But in order for me to work from home, I have to connect to my VPN at the office. I left that on, and I believe that's what hosed me from getting the drop. And I didn't figure that out till after the fact.
Oh, no.
So I was a bit bummed by that. You know, I had everything set up, and, you know, I even had an issue with Matic where I had to like change it over from Ethereum to Matic chain and all that good stuff. So yeah, I was a little turned off by that drop, and I'm not going for Bane tomorrow. I want to save my Matic for the Batmobile. But how are you guys doing? How you guys been?
Good, mate. Yeah, been doing all right. So so far the weekend's been going pretty well. What have we been up to this last weekend? So we also spoke on WebV weekend. So you probably heard all this before, but for anyone listening, like basically like this weekend, bit of family time. Took the kids to their first circus, which was quite entertaining. So the kids lasted a lot longer than I thought they would. So it was an hour-long circus. There was nothing really in my eyes, like, you know, because when I think circus, I think like, you know, lions, tigers, and bears and animals and stuff, all the really cool stuff that they don't have anymore. They just had one dog that did some tricks, some acrobatics. They did some knife throwing and some fire effects, which was pretty cool. But yeah, the kids really enjoyed it. So they started to get a little bit squirmy like about halfway into it. So I thought, oh no, so we're going to have to run for the door because, like, you know, they're not going to sit still and start crying, and the missus is going to start losing her hair. But nope, they did very well. They sat all the way to the end, and then it was basically just straight in the car and home. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I should be on the board, my soundboard, but I'm still working on it. But yeah, they made it right to the end, and more or less it was straight home, straight to bed. And also on Sunday, this was the best one. On Sunday, the missus went away for the night, so I had the kids all to myself and I had the house all to myself. So that was a good day. So I had the kids all afternoon and all of next morning. So that was nice. So I managed to do WebV weekends. Basically had the house to myself and uninterrupted, so that was nice. And the last one from me, and then I'll go over to DYNO, is that I had my first attempt at live streaming one of the WebV weekend episodes over on YouTube to try and get, because as everyone may or may not know, I'm trying to work to be a bit more efficient to try and get in these Twitter spaces to YouTube, and instead of trying to wait for weeks to try and get the file from Twitter, I've sort of found a workaround to try and get it straight to YouTube, and it only takes like a day. So that was that. So actually, I should try and find the video and try and pin it to the pin it to the chat. Actually, maybe DYNO, maybe you could do it. So if you go on the WebV Collective's YouTube channel, which I encourage everybody to do, because we've got amazing content there. You might be able to find a video of me just basically talking to myself into a pair of headphones, because what I didn't realize, or what I was experimenting with, is that the audio wasn't coming through on the video. So it's basically just me talking to myself in a pair of headphones until about 20 minutes in, and then I pulled the headphones out and then started speaking properly.
That was hilarious.
That was pretty funny. I actually went back.
It was entertaining for sure.
Oh yeah, I actually went back and watched it, and I actually wrote a comment on there saying like, "No, check this guy out. He looks like a lunatic." So,
your voice is in your head.
That's it. Actually, I wonder if I can pin this to the chat. Well, there you go. Maybe DYNO can do it, but it's on the WebV Collective's YouTube channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy the content that we've been pumping out. And it's under WebV Weekends episode 2, and it's just me basically talking to myself with a pair of headphones. So if you want something funny to watch, go and check it out. Anyway, that's enough from me. What about you, DYNO? How's your weekend been?
Good. I'm still riding high from that interview with Will on the Real Uncommon podcast. That was really, really cool. So I've been excited about what Cryptoys has been doing with their game. And if anybody's played that game so far, played the games, come on up, let us know. I haven't opened my ZooFO yet, so I did not get access to the game. So I have not played it yet, but I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and it looks fun and addicting, and people are already trying to one-up each other on the score. So I know mini games is going to be huge for the VeVeVerse when that comes out. I'm sure later we'll talk about the update too, right? And some of us thought that was a bit underwhelming, but it is good to at least hear from them and see that there's progress happening. And I just pinned the interview with Will. I'm jumping all over the place, but I just pinned the interview with Will from Hinano's channel. So if you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out after or tomorrow or something. Will is just a stand-up guy. I love that man. I love what they're doing at Cryptoys. And so, highly encourage you to check that out. And if you haven't checked out Cryptoys, be sure to do that. But yeah, that was my weekend in a nutshell.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, I've only had a chance to briefly catch up on that interview myself, I know, but Will, seems like a really, really cool guy, and he's definitely got his heart at the right place, and I'm really excited to see where Cryptoys goes now. I mean, I'm even tempted to try and get a couple of my own once I get some cash together.
Yeah, I really love the artwork, the vision for the project, the man behind the project, the people behind the project. So yeah, it's got a lot of things going for it. Hinano, you have your hand raised?
Yeah, man. I just kind of want to say, I know the room's small right now, but big props to like one of the best co-hosts for WebV Wednesdays and also the Real Uncommon podcast. Because I got to tell you, Dino, man, like we really, really enjoyed you collaborating with us, and I'm with you. I'm like on a high right now when it comes coming off of that interview. It's unfortunate the interview is not doing well on YouTube, but it's doing really well on X or Twitter. I'll share the stats later, but we're doing really well on that interview, and I just want that message to go out. The conversation we had, like, yeah, you know, I kind of want to say whenever you listen to Will, it's kind of like your ears fall in love with him, but he's just really methodical in how he speaks, and I really feel like he's genuine in how he speaks. But I really enjoyed it, man, and you had like a lot of thought-provoking questions, and so I just really want to share the message that we were able to get out of him to like the entire community, because I really love the culture they're building there, and I really want to give you your props, Dino, because for your FA on the podcast, phenomenal, man, and I appreciate you coming on and sharing us your perspectives.
It was an absolute privilege, man. It was an absolute privilege. I'm really grateful for that opportunity. I've been really wanting to come on the show. I obviously supported you guys since the beginning, and I love what you guys do. I love the fact that you want to get to know the person, and I think that's an aspect of this that is underappreciated, and so you guys fill that void. And so it was really cool to get to know somebody who's doing things to change the space and bring a lot of enjoyment to us and our families and our friends. So yeah, it was just a really great environment, and the way that you guys structure the show just allows for thought-provoking questions to be asked and for people to share their heart. And so yeah, I really want people to see it, to see him for who he is. And yeah, it's not only is it entertaining, but it's inspiring and heartfelt. And yeah, I do want to talk about the heartfelt space that I saw Digital in yesterday that you shared with us, Hinano. So at some point, I'd like to chat about that, because that was speaking of heartfelt. But yeah, thanks again for the opportunity.
No, excellent. But yeah, that's actually one question I did want to ask as well, because I saw it about is it a heartfelt space, but there was no recording of it, so I couldn't listen to it. But what was that all about?
So it was it was a collector's space that Ryan opened up to do, and I'm glad Ryan's doing this now. And last week Ryan went out to the community and like asked bullet points from everybody, like what should they be doing, and a lot of the fam said more Twitter spaces, more communication. So he's been doing that, and I'm glad he's doing that, because that's like his wheelhouse. That's how we all met him, and he's good at that. And he's really a good community person. Well, Will jumped into that space, and like I caught the very beginning when they were talking just about digital collecting and the aspect, and like Dino said, whenever Will speaks, it's very methodical, and your ears end up falling in love with what he's saying. Yeah. And Digital was there, but then they started talking about just life and struggles that people are going through. They talked about Silicon. I cannot remember the gentleman that was in there, but his son is going through a stroke right now. Then people started talking about that, but then they all started relating, and by relating, we were all able to kind of like come together and share different stories and aspects related to that subject, and so much more. I'm probably even botching this up, and maybe Dino can kind of pick up on this, but it was such a heartfelt space. I started tearing up. I started tearing up when I started hearing all these different stories, and I think even Will started tearing up. And I'm a big boy, guys, so I don't tear up that easy, unless I see the Enterprise come out of a hangar bay, But yeah, it was such a good space, and I was glad I was able to experience it.
Yeah, I think the guy, his name is Mission. I think that's the one you were talking about earlier, Hinano.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Mission. I'll let you go. Go for it, Dino.
we got digital coming up. So when I came in the space, he was speaking, and yeah, I got in right around the time that Will brought up Silicon, and then that's when things really started to get, pulling on the heartstrings. But yeah, what's up, Digital? How you doing, brother?
I'm great.
Digital.
Hey, what's up, fam?
Hey, brother.
How are we, mate?
I'm great. How are you all?
Doing pretty good, thank you.
Good. I just wanted to, talk about the I don't know what to call you. I think it was a call to the spirit of community. It was so many angles that it went in, as far as in real life and people dealing with real things. I mean, we had Ryan doing a prayer.
Did you now?
Listen, it was something there. It was bigger than just, what we were there to talk about. It was like Hinano mentioned earlier. It was a guy named Mission who talked about his son having a stroke. VeVe, I forget her name. VeVe,
Is it VeVe
Magic.
Magic?
Talking about,
Yeah.
just, now how they're not accustomed to hugs and how they welcome it now, and how
Bam.
Bam, and how they were just, how were they, just were more closer to the people in these PFPs and the VeVe family than their in real life family and friends. It was monumental. I know this. It was one of the most spiritual and impactful spaces I've ever been in. Right? It just took a whole different turn, and then I'm amazed. I'm still inspired and speechless about what that truly was, and it was just flooded with just like love. That's the best I can put it. It was flooded with love, and Ryan, that community manager, man, his title's gonna have to change to Reverend Ryan, community manager. It was, no matter what faith you're a part of, I know I felt something. It was
definitely connected with it.
Super deep. And this is what I like about it, right? I was up there with the cracky voice and the whole nine. But once I said, hey, man, open up and come up, speak, it just encouraged a bunch of people to come up on stage. And that's what this truly is about, because now we get to know who you are. Regardless of your nervousness, regardless of what you're going through, come share it. Mm-hmm. Be part of the community. And I think a lot of people were inspired by that space yesterday, man. It was the best word I could describe is spiritual.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely see, how the communities come together to rally around Silicon, especially when he first came out with it. The amount of support and love that everyone's showing him has just been unbelievable. I mean, you've got people from all over the world who saying their well wishes, get better. You've got projects like OMWTFYB, doing the t-shirts to try and raise money for Silicon's foundation. It's just an amazing community spirit, which is one of the reasons why I love being part of all this.
Absolutely, and I'm that's how I forgot about all that. I think that's what broke the ice with everyone. Then all of a sudden, everybody just start talking about what they're going through, and how they can relate to the community, and just bringing people together on a global level. Not just because you only can pack so many people in your real life, whether it be your friends, your coworkers, and your family. But when you're on spaces, you can have a global reach, and I think everybody felt that.
What I loved about that space was everyone was in there. HRO, McFarlane, Cryptoys, VeVe, and you know what? None of that mattered. None of that mattered. We were all one big digital ohana, is what I would like to call it. I mean, we met Silicon's brother, and that was his FA on Spaces for the first time. And I've seen that PFP around the community. I had no idea that was his brother. VeVe Magic shared stories. there were stories about paying it forward, and then Ryan, he ended up saying a prayer, and like I started getting goosebumps. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's very impactful. And the best part, something good came out of this in terms of Ryan and Will now be doing this regularly every week. They both agreed that they will open a space together. However, whatever they're going to call these spaces, and talk about stuff like this, I guess. Very, very great space.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, like, any opportunity to like connect with anybody in the community and like is always a positive thing. I mean, I would love it for either Ryan or Will to either drop in to VeVe Wednesdays and sort of say a few words with us. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, in due time, right? I mean, things just seem to happen organically. Like that space was not supposed to be that, and it became that, and I'm so glad it did.
Yeah,
it touched a lot of people, including me. And you know, as a Christian, I've talked to Ryan before. He is one as well, and he said, you know, I'm just going to pray for you, mission, and that was just really so inspiring for me. I'm not very bold, but the fact that he did that really inspired me. And you know, and he even said, he's like, we have people of all different faiths here, and that's totally fine. But right now, I'm going to pray, and it was beautiful. And yeah, people got vulnerable, shared their stories, and you know, the big takeaway from it was that people felt comfortable and loved and safe, and we're all connecting as Web3. You know, people who collect digitally, we're all in the same boat. We might like different things, and we might be on different platforms and projects, and there's a lot of overlay in terms of like people are in multiple different platforms. And like Hinano said, it didn't matter. We were all in there, and we were all just kind of like proverbially holding hands and supporting the people that shared that they're hurting right now, that they needed support. We all rallied together, and that was just so beautiful. It showed how amazing this community is, and people were sharing about how much support Silicon's been getting. They're like the brothers, VeVe Magic being the sister-in-law of Silicon, and how much support they've been getting, and that's from people around the world that were met. Those relationships were made online, and that's the power of what's happening here. You know, it goes so far beyond digital collectibles. It's linking people together based on common interests and developing real friendships. And that's something that I've found through VeVe Collective, and where I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys. And yeah, I talk to you more than I talk to the people I grew up with. So that says a lot. And I think I'm not the only one that's had that experience.
Big fat.
No, yeah, absolutely. Hang on. I really do need to find like an like sound effect to add to that, but I'll work on that one. I'll write that down. But yeah, no, I mean, I 100% agree with you, Don. I mean, I spend more time speaking with the community and also the VeVe Collective as well, more than I do my own family. Sometimes to my missus' disgust and unhappiness, but you know, it is what it is. But you're right. I mean, like, it doesn't matter if you're into like, you know, McFarlane, HRO, Cryptoys, any other project. I know when everyone comes together to rally around one thing, basically all of that just goes out the window. And it's always a beautiful thing to see when everyone can sort of come behind something and sort of connect on a certain event or something that's happening in someone else's lives. But yeah, community is definitely strong.
Yeah, and I appreciate that so much about Will. He talks about that a lot. Talks about we're collaborators. We're not competition. We're collaborators. This space is so small. The world is so big, and there's, I mean, what percentage of population is in this community, right? I mean, it's got to be very, very small. So there's more than enough room for everybody that's currently in the space, plus for it to grow. why would we be fighting each other's platforms and fighting other people's hard work and effort and passion? It's mind blowing, and I think that's again what has allowed us to come together and say, hey, let's create a positive space. Let's create a space where we can just talk about our interests and our passions and get away from a lot of the bear market FUD. And again, it's like, yeah, you like being on that platform, that's great. You know, there's enough room for everybody, especially at this time. I mean, we are so early. Everybody keeps saying that, and it's so true. And so if we got to have that abundance mindset and say there's plenty of green pasture out there for all of us. Let's continue building this community stronger and stronger. And that way, when the world does come in, they come to a healthy space, and a lot of the other stuff that the world thinks NFTs are about, you know, let's show the world that that's not actually true, and let's show the beauty of it, the good side of it, where it's making friendships from around the world and allowing us to connect with our passions. Popi, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you, Popi. Thanks for dropping in, mate.
Hey guys, doing all right. I actually missed that space session. So, do you guys know if it was recorded?
No, it wasn't recorded. I tried to catch up.
Okay.
I tried to catch up on it too because I wanted to hear about it, but no, that's why we're just sort of hearing about it from everyone's experience in it.
Cool. Yeah, you know, Ryan was always been. I remember when like Ryan started his YouTube channel called The Drop, and he had a different spin from everyone else. He was like very sincere, very like genuine, and but you can tell that's just the way he is and carried himself. He was very transparent, and always loved his like material. And then when he was picked up by like VeVe, I was just glad someone like him got like picked up into the like the like Web3 world that's gonna share that kind of experience. So. Hinano, you had said that him and Will are going to kind of commit to doing it weekly. Did they say when? Like roughly when during the week?
No, I didn't catch on the schedule, but they said that they were going to talk in DMs after the show. So, cool. And the one thing I've noticed is Ryan has not been announcing his spaces. He's just been doing it. So until they get a set schedule, I think it's just going to be random.
Yeah, maybe just works in with whatever schedule he's working with on the VeVe side. Maybe trying to wiggle in his free time.
Well, they're both on, like I say, the East Coast side because Will is Miami time, and I think Ryan's closer to that area. So it'll probably be sometime in the midday, I would assume.
Oh,
whenever midday is for you guys, right? Midday would be for me, I guess.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, no, the chances are it'll probably be when I'm asleep knowing time zones because I hate dealing with time zones.
Yeah, I actually saw Ryan's interview on Danny the Bull's channel. Danny the Bull's putting out some like really good interviews. But when like Ryan was on, he was talking about how hard he's been working and how he was blown away. And when he joined VeVe, it was a lot more than what he thought, which is pretty awesome to hear. And they have a lot of big and better stuff coming down the pipeline. So. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was actually one of the topics I was going to bring up. Like, how did we all feel about the AMA they had recently about what's coming and what's been happening?
I mean, I'll start. I wasn't blown away or anything, but I don't need to be. I thought it was nice that they touched base with us, showed that there's progress being made. Good. I mean, hey guys, the VeVeVerse, there's people have access to it now. Everybody that went to Comic-Con got to see a glimpse of it as well. Things are happening, and that's how it goes in a bear market. Things happen a lot quieter, a lot slower, and that's perfectly fine. They're just continue to build. I remember they had that saying back in the day. It was like build, and they I forgot that it was an acronym or the way that they put the letters, but the message was that, hey, we're going to keep developing this platform regardless of what people are saying. We're just going to keep working. And that's the impression that I got from the community update. I really loved hearing Mitch talk, and talk about how they're rolling something out every 2 weeks. They're doing an update to the app. They're not going to announce anything. They're just going to do it. And if they don't make as much progress as they, plan to, they're still pushing something out. And that just gets that momentum going. And I remember they talked about momentum. So, hey guys, like, let's just appreciate what they are doing. And yeah, this patience is going to pay off. And again, like, it's already paying off just because we got to meet each other. But what VeVe's doing is really, really big, and it's going to take time. But I'm enjoying seeing all the crafting and stuff that's going on. Yeah, I'm enjoying seeing our MCP points and people sharing, becoming master collectors and stuff. So this is all a result of them working hard over the last however many months and years, and things are coming to fruition, payouts back in some capacity. So there's a lot of reasons to be excited, even though the space wasn't like groundbreaking or anything.
That's it. They're still making them baby steps, saying that baby steps are important because even baby steps still get you somewhere. And also just thinking about that as well kind of reminds me of the old Field of Dreams saying, like, build it and he will come, or they will come. I can't remember exactly, but yeah. But so long as they keep doing what they're doing, showing progress, especially like the new little updates they've had in the app, like having the blogs, and in some of them now they've started even posting the YouTube videos, which I thought was a kind of a cool little touch, like especially for new users coming into the app or looking for more information. I thought that was a nice little update.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
yeah. Go ahead, Hinano.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I think for me, I walked in there with high expectations only because my biggest gripe with VeVe is communication, but that's because I'm in communication, guys. So like, I kind of know a little bit about it. But after kind of like getting out of that space and kind of stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, I mean, it was actually a really good space. And what I loved about what they did is they didn't record anything. They came out live. Granted, they didn't take questions, but I think the biggest misconception a lot of people had, and I'm going off of content creators, is they thought this was an AMA. It was not. It was an update. So like, it's not like they had this Twitter space to ask questions. Now they could have, but they didn't. And it was a little short. It was a little rushed. I felt Alex rushed a few things, but I've been in development for a while, guys. Being in communications, both D and I, we know what development looks like. And so I love the fact that they're not announcing what they're doing. Like, all of a sudden we see old Rhubarb in the app. That's awesome. That's good for old Rhubarb. That's good for their YouTube. And it's perfect because no one needs to like move around in apps anymore. They can stay in one app and just go to these different portals to find the information they need. I love that.
Yeah. Same.
I also love the app's getting a little bit more stable. It was a little bit glitchy at, Comic-Con. And I love the fact that they're working behind the scenes. They have departments now. They have teams dedicated for certain things. I wish they touched a little bit more on OMI token. And I'm not a holder, guys. I'm just speaking about for the people that are holding. I think they should get some information out of that. But yeah, in the end, they're moving along. And yeah, I'm happy to be still happy to be a part of the project.
Yeah, same. So I was just on the subject of OMI token. I was just thinking about the likes of like Mr. like Jordan Rizzo or someone who's got like 200 million OMI or something like that. Like, I'm sure people of that sort of level would definitely love some more information on the OMI token.
100%.
Yeah. I also agree. I actually like that how they've been less communicating less, and they've been doing more. Like in the past 3-4 months, they've just been putting the updates, just like like how Hinano said. And I think in like last year, I think every time there was an update, there was always something to share, right? But I mean, like, there's only so much you can share every time, like every month, right? For like me, I think kind of jokingly kind of disappointed, but like in a joking way, miss was that we didn't have Dan and Dave's corner where they kind of show a little spotlight of like a collection, because I was like looking for David Yu's
the
background
hints
to see for like any Easter eggs or anything like that. So that's always fun.
Yeah. See if we can't spot like like a Wolverine or a Hulk or like something that we can like start speculating on, because speculation is always fun.
Yeah, because like I remember, I mean, like it's a while since we've had David Yu's corner like that, but I remember him showing Astro Boy back in the day. So I mean, here it is now, right? Like what, maybe 6 months later, and I know a number of months in a row he had Wolverine back there. So it's got to come. It's got to come this year.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. I mean, like they've already teased. I think that something big is coming in either this month or next month. So something, could be Wolverine, could be something else, could be a whole new IP. I have no idea, because now we've got Astro Boy in the mix. That means now we might get a bit more exposure over on the Asia side now. So maybe we'll start seeing some more anime based collectibles.
I think so. I have a strong feeling it's like either anime or some other genre. I think music or sports or something like that. I think that's what's coming by like September at the latest. But that's just my speculation.
Yeah, some music NFTs would be good. Like whether it be like some collectibles or even just somehow incorporating like music in general. Like we've had this conversation I think on previous episodes, where wouldn't it be cool if you could like have like digital like records or something like that? Like you could have like the old school like Beatles albums or whatever else you might be into. But another good one is like, because like some bands have like their own like little mascots. Like take Iron Maiden, for example, with Eddie. So wouldn't it be cool, like they had like like an Eddie collectible in the app, or trying to think off the top of my head what like all the different artists that might have mascots. Like two that come to my mind is basically like Disturbed, which is like the guy, and Eddie, the Iron Maiden mascot.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden would be good.
I just like you that much more. I haven't heard Iron Maiden in so long.
Yeah. I would play some over the spaces right now, but I have to put this on YouTube, so I'll probably get a copyright strike. But yeah,
we can see like even instruments, right? I mean, imagine like an interactive instrument where you can play the guitar or play the drums or piano or something. So I don't know. We'll see what comes. But they did mention music, sports, and anime, and I thought Reese said that music and sports were going to come first, but then those haven't come, and we got Astro Boy. So who knows? Gotta take everything with a grain of salt. But I just realized I don't have enough money. Like I already don't have enough money, but I definitely don't have enough money. And if they come out with Nintendo or something at some point, I'm broke.
Yeah, you're screwed. Yeah, no, I'm the same. That's why I try not to split myself across too many different projects, because there's so many cool things happening across all the different projects, whether it be Cryptoys, McFarlane, VeVe. It's just, I mean, it's very hard to try and focus in on just one thing when there's just so many cool projects going on. But yeah, I'm the same. Like like I said, this month I've got realistically no gems to sink into the app because of like life. But yeah, I mean, we definitely don't have enough money for what's coming. I mean, like I can imagine what's coming is just going to blow us all away. I mean, some people have sort of said to me like like VeVe now is like the equivalent of like buying, I don't know, Bitcoin when it was like $200. But it's just so early.
Yeah, I mean, I do see parallels, especially with some of the grails, and yeah, I think there's just so much opportunity, which is nice because in 2021 I was just like, oh yeah, this is a big collectible. I don't really care about it, but I'm gonna go get it. Now it's like I got to pick a lane and stay in that, and there's a grail in every lane at this point. So
yep.
Yeah, it's Dan talked about that's the way it would be in the future, and we're already seeing it. And honestly, guys, it still feels like the tip of the iceberg, and which is just crazy to say with how much content they've already released. And then the whole other aspect of this is when the VeVeVerse comes out and all of the different opportunities for community artists to come and share their art. Oh man, it's just I don't have enough money. It's crazy.
I mean, one thing I'm definitely looking forward to with the VeVeVerse is, and I think Dan pointed this out, that he's spending a lot of time developing the social aspects of it. So like the social interactions, the chats, messaging, and stuff like that. So that's one thing I'm really looking forward to, because maybe one day, once the VeVeVerse is up and running, we could be hosting our spaces in the VeVeVerse, and instead of us just 100%. Instead of us just looking at our little profile pictures, we could actually be sitting there in like a little round table, or in a theater or something, with all of our little avatars, and we can all be speaking. I mean, like, wow. I mean, all I can say is wow.
100%. I'm looking forward to that a lot. Go ahead, Digital. My bad.
No, my bad.
Yeah, go off.
Dan seemed really excited to point that out, right? He was really adamant about, hey, just to let you guys know, we're really excited about the social function we're building within the VeVeVerse. So I believe, and he went on about it for about a minute or two. So I really believe that's their aim. And the other point I wanted to make out was, like, Propaganda made a really good point in his other spaces. He said, while everybody else is laying off and going broke, or not hiring devs, they've actually hired devs in the bear market. So,
and that's good.
Yeah. And Mitch was like, hey, look, we reached capacity. Right now, we're just trying to, get them, acclimated to the whole structure and what VeVe is, because they don't come from cryptocurrency or from a collectible. Getting them up speed is happening. And those are the two things that I really love hearing. Was, one, the VeVeVerse is going to have a social interaction, which is huge, because it's all about the community.
Yeah.
And the ability to actually conduct things like this, or YouTube within that, man, come on.
And if anyone who knows and seen like the video, for the Apple's VR glasses that will be coming out very soon, the possibilities are just endless.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the social aspect. Go ahead, Popi. My bad.
Sorry.
And bringing up the like Apple gut fast and stuff. There was when I was watching also Ryan and Dan DeBoll's interview, they were mentioning about how they had the like Marvel showroom that was like presented at Comic-Con, which I thought was like super exciting, because God, I like remember late last year when they were talking about VeVeVerse branded rooms, and they're saying maybe Marvel will have one, maybe Disney will have one, and sure enough, it's like built. It was seen by users. It's already there, right? I mean, like that alone, plus putting together, Apple goggles coming like in less than 6 months. I mean, you go to Marvel's Twitter page, they got 14 million followers, right? I mean, just like a percentage of that going into the VeVeVerse is just gonna it's gonna break servers. I mean, it's pretty damn exciting, right? I have a feeling that like a lot of like the big things that like VeVe is holding on to has like a lot to do with those like Apple goggles that are coming out, because it was last year supposed to have been released earlier this year, if not mid this year, and now it's just been announced to be released next year. So I think that they're just waiting for that to kind of get something bigger than what we even know is like in the pipeline. I just have this strong feeling. It seems like they have something bigger than what everyone's speculating. That's just my impression. So I mean, the way I see it, I mean, just like what I know is going to happen, which is already built, is going to be, it's like already awesome. I just can't wait till we get in there.
Yeah, same. I mean, like one thing that got me excited was when they were saying, like, it had the quality of the collectibles and the comics that are going to be in the showroom, because they're saying like on the app itself, when you download it and view it on the app, you're only basically downloading like a fraction of the potential of what it could possibly be. Whereas if you do it from the VeVeVerse or from the VR goggles, or do it in that sense, you can basically have it at 100% of its capacity, and and from what they were saying, it's supposed to look and interact like 1,000,000 times better than what we've got on the app. So that's also something I'm very excited to see.
That's going to be so cool. And then, like, imagine like augmented reality and like scaling them big or small, and it's gonna make you want to buy multiple collectibles. It's like, oh God, I can't wait to like read a comic that's going to be life size. I mean, like larger than me, life size, right? Like that would be awesome.
Funny enough, in one of the WebVie weekend spaces, I think it was Travel Legends basically said the exact same things. Like when we can sort of get in our showrooms and we can like sort of take our comic book and blow it up to massive size, and we can just walk into it and just like sort of stand in the middle of this massive comic and just read it. Be amazing.
It's so cool.
Nice one. What about you, Hinano D? So, anything you want to add to the conversation? What are you excited to see?
I'm just gonna touch on what Popi was saying, and I don't really hear you come up and talk that much, but I can just hear the excitement in your voice, Popi.
Yeah, I can too. Like little kid in a candy store.
Well, it's like half of the people in this group, like I'm sure I have no one around me to talk to about this. My wife is tired of me talking your ears out about it. She can only smile so much and be like polite. So I love her.
Yeah.
You know, I love her, and she like does the best, but she only understands half of it because, you know, I mean, she doesn't understand me growing up with comics and watching every Marvel movie there was and Star Wars.
Yeah.
She didn't really watch half of that stuff until we kind of got together. So I know everyone in this room understands it and gets it just as much as I do.
Oh,
so
definitely.
I'm just excited to kind of vomit it out to this space right now.
Yeah, mate, and that's
like,
what the space is all about. So
yeah, it's like a Web3 mental therapy.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I can totally relate. I mean, like my wife is exactly the same. Like she gets rather upset at me because she reckons I'm spend more time committed to this space and trying to build all this than I do like my own family, and that causes a lot of friction and problems in my world too. But I mean, like I totally get like not having anybody in the outside world to sort of vent and talk to and share this love of fandom and comics with. So, and that's also the whole reason why we created the WebVe Collective and started creating these Twitter Spaces, is to give other people that opportunity to sort of have an outlet for that, whether you struggle in real life or just need someone to talk to, or just someone just to chill and just talk Spider-Man with. That's the whole reason why we created the WebVe Collective, and that's the whole reason why we're doing the WebVe Wednesday Spaces. Is we all come together. It doesn't matter what level of life you're in. Say whether you're like the highest paid executive or whether you're just the lowest janitor. It doesn't matter where you are in life. We can all come together and we can all share in our love of comics and Spider-Man and fandom and everything else in between. That's one thing I love about this community. Okay. Oh, we got someone coming up to the stage. I cannot say your name for the life of me, so I'm sorry if I try and butcher this. I got OMWTF. How are you, mate? Thanks for coming up and speaking. On my way.
Hey, what's going on, Ozman? Hey, D. Long time no chat. Hinano, how are you? Man, DYNO, what's going on? Thanks for hosting these spaces. It's like midnight my time, but this is the beauty of Web3, being able to see everyone around the world connecting at all hours of the day. I was looking for a VeVe space, and I'm very, very glad I found one. So, thank you. Okay. I hate this to you, Osman.
Nick,
but I have to hit you with a disclaimer before I chat. Is that okay?
Disclaimer. Okay, hang on. Let me just get my Photomatic 3000 ready just in case. But yeah, go on, mate. I'm kidding. Go on.
All right. Everything I say on stage or in the DMs or in Discord is my own opinion. Nothing is financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. I'm just a collector. What I love. Please consult a professional in your local area. And don't listen to me. I don't know anything. I have no alpha. I do not work for VeVe.
That's right, mate. We're exactly the same, mate. We're just people talking into a microphone on internet land. So nothing says financial advice. Do with your own capital as you will. So you're safe. Carry on.
Great. So if I can, speak as just an avid VeVe community fanboy who loves this vision of what they're building, I'll begin to explain how excited I am for the VeVeVerse. Like, y'all have no idea. I've been waiting for the VeVeVerse since March 21 when I found out about the project, February 21 when I found out about this project. And they were talking about renting NFTs and AR and VR and, glasses that will be coming in whenever they come. And now the glasses are finally being released next year. The VeVeVerse beta is actually live. I had to go to San Diego Comic-Con last year to see it in first person, and it was amazing. I loved it. I was so excited, and I knew that it was going to take some time to come, and it's finally around the corner. I cannot wait to get my invite to the VeVeVerse. Holy F, it's going to be amazing. I'm super pumped. Y'all have no idea, bro. I cannot wait to get this land. Let's go. Right.
That's it, mate. Let's go.
I'm so excited. I need this land. I need to rent this land. I'm a real estate agent in real life. I am the unofficial broker for the VeVeVerse. Hit me, let me know. I got the connections y'all need. We got the OG Michael Campa down there. Michael, I would love to chat with you about what you saw over at San Diego Comic-Con in that metaverse. Sorry for the monologue, everyone. Thanks for.
That's all right, mate. No worries, mate. Thank you for coming up and taking the time to speak with us. Like I've said before in previous episodes, we appreciate everyone's points of view and always open the space up to anybody who wishes to share with us. And like I've said before, it's all a safe space. And if you have something you want to contribute to the conversation, please feel free to throw your hand up, and we'll get you up to the stage to give you a chance to say what you want to say. That's what the space is all about. Nice chilled space, say relax, and we all just come together and just sharing our love of collecting and VeVe and fandom and anything else that comes together.
Love it. I love it, Oz. Yeah, man. I just, I don't get to share my love for VeVe as often as I, would like to, because I don't want to get looked at as like someone who's trying to manipulate particular collectible or, shill VeVe all day, every day. Like I'm in a bunch of other projects. I love the Bat Cows. I love HRO. I love A Kid Called Beast. I love the Board Ape Yacht Club. Not necessarily everything they stand for, but the culture and the community,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. It's Web3, bro. We're too damn early. I love it. Each and every one of you who's in this space, while we're like 450 days into a bear market, these people have no idea. Like, I saw the 2017 crypto bull and then the bear, and I was just on the side for the bear, but I'm glad I'm here this time. I did not step away for one day. Let's go. We about to hit this moon, baby. I cannot wait. NFA.
Let's freaking go.
Let's go. I need a sound effect for let's go.
Hey, I'm going to have to do a collab with him because I'm actually a licensed broker in Cali. So I've been looking at the digital land for a minute and what they're going to bring, because I know land is Metaverse or VeVeVerse. I'm really into that. Once you own the land, yeah. So we're going to have to do something, bro.
Bro, shoot me a follow, shoot me a DM. I'm trying to build my my brokerage. I got like 7 to 10 brokers who are licensed brokers in the real world, and I would like them to be, part of my digital real estate firm for the VeVeVerse, because you're right. It's gonna be crazy. Think about renting out plots of land to Best Buy, McDonald's, Taco Bell for $10,000 per month because their physical location costs them $30,000 to $40,000 per month. And this is all just speculation. This is what I'm seeing in the next 7 to 10 years. Harvard is already paying for digital space in the metaverse every single month. I want to know what that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've been doing it.
For
like a year and a half now. Very interesting, right? I think it's Harvard and then MIT also renting out space every month in the metaverse. Interesting.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I suppose at the same time, not really surprising because of the way the world's going at the moment. Like every day, everything is just going more and more and more digital. And it just only makes sense to sort of start either considering or taking advantage of these opportunities in the digital space.
OMW, fire me up, bro. Good to hear you speak. I always love hearing you speak. Yeah, man. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And I mean, let's just look at the metaverse at the very least as a 3-dimensional internet. where like every website is a place in the metaverse that you can go. There's going to be hyperlinks to, you know, clothing and whatever. So just that alone, there's opportunity there. That's where land is going to come in. If you have land in a metaverse that somebody cares about, and it's next, I mean, what if you have land that is pretty close to Disneyland or Marvel's area? It's going to be insane. So there's so many avenues, and I really love VeVe Investments, his YouTube channel. If you haven't checked him out, got to do it. He's made quite a bit of videos about the metaverse and opportunities to just get in where you fit in. There's, as a creator, as someone who has an idea, there's going to be so many ways to contribute and help build the metaverse out. And I want to see it all. You know, I want to see everybody in here take their passion and turn it into something tangible that we can all experience in the VeVeVerse, or you know, the greater metaverse as a whole. And we're all going to be able to express ourselves with collectibles, clothing, the way we arrange our space. We're already doing it with these showrooms, and it's just going to be way more. Just the capabilities are going to be insane. So yeah, I'm super excited too, man. I share your sentiment on the VeVeVerse and how long we've been waiting, but it's going to be well worth the wait. And once it comes, there's no turning back. And yeah, it's going to change everything. It's going to change the way we're doing spaces right now. We're going to be at the WebV Villa. You know, we want you guys to come through. So it's going to change the way we interact. It's going to change the way we collect. It's going to change the way that we express ourselves. So I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, same here. I mean, like, especially like, you know, with two small children. I mean, like, I'm always thinking of like, you know, what are they going to be dealing with, like, you know, when they're older? Because like my kids currently are 2 and 4, and like, you know, every day I'm sort of thinking, like, you know, how is this all going to affect them when they get up to my age? Also, a funny thing as well is, like, you know, I was kind of saying to my kids the other day, because they made a mess of my living room, as kids do. They absolutely trashed the place. And the first thing I said to them says, "Man, I cannot wait until I can slap some VR goggles on you two, and you can make a mess of your virtual world, and I don't have to clean anything up."
The day is coming soon.
You gave him a virtual spanking, didn't you?
That's it. No, but you're right. It's coming. The day is coming.
I mean, we've been waiting for these Apple glasses for many years, right? Like, many years, patiently waiting. Like, bro, it's gonna be what we saw in Iron Man 1 in 2008 when he back to America, to New York or wherever the hell he's at, and he on those goggles to build his first real suit. That's what the space that we're entering into. And I don't know if people understand that. Like, the Microsoft HoloLens is bananas, and it's been bananas since 2017, 2016. Man, I don't know. It's a beautiful world we live in.
Oh, mate, yeah, no, I know exactly where you're coming from. Yeah, Hinano, you got something you want to throw in, mate?
Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about the metaverse and the VeVeVerse and just everything verse in general. And I'm taking this from basically my profession. This is going to revolutionize communication as we know it. And what I mean by that is, not only will we be able to do all these things with our collectibles, but look past that. I mean, look at Zoom, look at YouTube, look at Facebook, social media, everything. Now compile that all into one ball, throw that in a metaverse. You're creating a digital economy.
Yep.
Now, a digital economy, that's crazy. You know what I mean? There's going to be e-commerce in there. There's going to be people, like, you know, doing concerts. There's going to be people falling in love in this type of environment. I mean, it's mind-boggling how far we can go with this. And it's all digital. I mean, it's something that Will said. It's like, you know, it's hard to like replicate things in the physical world because you're limited by, you know, plastic and supply chains and all that. That all goes away in the digital world. Yep. You know what I mean? And for an economy, you need all these things for it to thrive and flourish. Well, in the digital world, it's infinite. And the only thing that's stopping you is your imagination and what you can do with it. And so
Yep.
I literally see a digital economy that is going to flourish for generations to come.
Mm. Yeah, no, it's big things coming. So very, very exciting times. Exciting times.
I literally feel like we just landed. Well, I don't know. It's a sore subject, I'm sure, but just look past that and look at what I'm actually trying to say. We're stepping foot in North America, and you got green pastures, right? There's untapped potential everywhere. It really feels like when we get into the VeVeVerse, we're literally there on the very first day or the very first week or month or year of its existence, and this thing could exist for hundreds of years. Theoretically, it could outlast all of us, and we're going to be there from the very beginning. It's insane to think about the amount of potential and just the incredible opportunity that we all have. And the thing is, it's not just me and not just you, it's all of us together. We're going to be able to collaborate. We're going to be able to build social spaces together. We're going to be able to interact. Like you guys are saying, meet people, make new friends. We've been doing it in limited capacity already here. Imagine the ways in which we can express ourselves, the ways in which we can collaborate in an environment like that, the deep bonds that it's going to create. It's just insane to think about. Again, well worth the wait.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
and just go on, Poppy, go on.
No, I was just going to add to it. I mean, I'm actually glad how you put that into perspective. It's kind of like you're landing the first in North America, and there's like the world's our oysters, basically what you're saying, right? But you know what even blows my mind is, like, I don't know, I always bring it back to the the like Vision Pro Apple's bringing out, and it's not because I like Apple, but it's because now that it's built, it's not just coming, it's like scheduled, right?
That's it. It's real.
And yeah, it's real. And I always think about how they like revolutionized the world, from the iPhones, the iPads, the iPod, but like even like the iPhone alone, less than 20 years ago, it's so different from what it is now, right? It's like 100 times better than what the like first version was. So I can't even imagine what Vision Pro version 5 is gonna be. To be honest with you, I don't even know if Apple knows what that is right now, right? So it's everything that we're thinking about is just what we see in stage 3, right? What is stage 5, which is 5 years from now, which is really not a long time. I mean, most of us on this line waited for like VeVe for like 3 years already. That's and it flew by so fast, right? It just and so much has changed. Like in the app alone, from market not closing to now we got old rhubarb of the app itself, and it's just changing. I mean, like, who knew all this stuff was coming? I don't even think VeVe knew, right? They just got all this input. So it's like Apple built it, VeVe built it, Marvel's gonna build it, but it's gonna be the community, just like DYNO said, right? That like community is gonna be the one that's gonna it's gonna run it. It's gonna build like the next level of what this new world is gonna be. And honestly, no one knows what that is. No one knew what Amazon was going to do to be, pretty much taking over the, retail world, right?
Well, yeah.
It's going to be exponential change, and it's exciting. And God, Donnie, you like put it the best. I like never really saw it that way. We're like at ground zero, literally. It's like we're all walking in this room that like no one's been into, and we're going to make it work. So pretty damn cool.
Yeah, definitely.
We're gonna help write the future. That's amazing.
Yeah, mate. So, Michael's got his hand up, and then we'll jump back to On My Way. So, Michael, how are you, buddy? So, always a pleasure to have you in the space.
Hi, everybody. Great space as usual. Hi to everybody that is here, speaking and listening. Great space. Man, the VeVeVerse topic, it gets me very excited every single time. And we have been excited about it for so long. I mean, since we all started VeVe, we have been putting all these ideas in our heads of what we wanted to look. And we got a taste of what metaverses can look like in sandbox and stuff like that and buying land and plot. But the way I envision it's gonna be so much bigger than that, and we can only go off what we have seen in movies or bouncing back and forth ideas. But it's gonna be so important. Like, just imagine now that the way I visualize some of the stuff is like Record Off breaks the internet main hub, and you have all the stores there. And now we go and because Marvel is gonna do a drop over there, we can all go and hang by the Marvel over there and get in the line and spend the night hanging out and talking while the drop happens in the morning. No bots, just us hanging out. I mean, the possibilities of what it's gonna be is incredible. Me myself, I collect all across all platforms. I really want VeVeVeRse to be like my main home where I can bring everything, my Azure, my bug cows, my Superman #1 legendary, like have all my collectibles there side by side in my showrooms and play with them. I mean, we have been excited for so long and it finally looks like it's coming. And I man, I can't wait.
Oh man, I know what you mean. It's gonna be exciting times, man. Especially like when we do get to that level of interoperability, where we can bring everything into our showrooms, and they have hinted that, like, you know, that's their aim, is to get basically everything in one space, and then we can share it in our virtual space and just basically interact with everybody and have, like, you know, like we've all said, like, you know, one big happy VeVe villa where we can all party and chill and all hang out with each other instead of just talking to a microphone, looking at a profile picture. No, I love it.
If you think about one of VeVe's taglines, where the world collects, and that doesn't mean you have to buy everything from VeVe. Like no. Michael was saying, and how's it going, Michael? Always love hearing you speak. You can bring things in that you're passionate about that VeVe doesn't make available, but you bring those things in to your VeVeVeRse, and now the community that we all care about can learn more about you, start conversations, whatever it may be, through the things that you bring in and the environment that you build. So I really do think VeVe is going to be where the world collects. Doesn't mean everything's going to be bought on VeVe's platform, but the fact that they are making that available for us to bring whatever we want in, including custom art that we can build or buy from a friend. Yeah, that's super, super exciting.
Oh man, I can't wait. It's very, very exciting times. And so I was going to go back to on my way, or I butchered names. I'm sorry. You had his hand up patiently, and I know it's late for you as well, mate. So we'll jump straight to you.
You're good, man. You're good. You can call me whatever you need to call me, bro. It's cool. I just wanted to touch on what DYNO was saying. DYNO, we are shaping the way the future is going to be looked at in 5 to 10 years, which I think is really, really, really damn cool. I know that, we're early, but we're being able to speak to these CEOs and give them our feedback and tell them what we like, what we don't like, how it could be better. And like these little implementations are massive if you actually think about what's happening here. Like, it's not just, one time, we recommended this and they fixed it and now it's better for us. It's like millions of people in the next 10 years possibly are going to use the feedback that you said, and nobody will know about it, but you will know, hey, this is something that was implemented a week after we brought it up through the community spaces, just like the randomized mints, just like the wait list, just like everything else, bro. Like it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. When Disney popped in and was like, hey, we would like to know what you would like to have for utility for your NFTs, that blew my mind. Okay. I would still love to see some of the real life utility that I personally recommended, to see if it gets implemented into Disney or Disney World or Disneyland in 5, 10, 15 years. Cause that'd be really freaking cool. Big things are coming.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know what you mean. Like, it'd be cool. I just sort of sit back, like, and say to you, like, your grandkids or whatever, say, you see that over there, like, that I had an input in that, like, I did that, And it's also great as well. Like, you've got companies that actually try and actually make an effort to listen to what people want and try and, like, actually act on it. I mean, that's one thing I like about like projects like Cryptoys or VeVe or anything like that, is that the team and the CEOs actually get down on the level of the customer and actually interact with the customer and go, okay, we're pretty much I'm exactly the same as you. I'm a collector at heart as well. What do you guys want to see, or what is it that we can do in our capacity to try and make your experience much better? I mean, like Hinano touched on a bit earlier, like, the customer service could be better, but it is gradually improving. I mean, yeah, it's just all just coming in baby steps, like I've said before, like, but it, so long as the direction's there, I feel like, they're making the right moves. And for anyone who's just jumping in, like, notice, like, we got superstars joining us. So thanks for joining us, guys. Amelie Tees, Macho Nacho, Mask, Omi Juan, say Slav, Fried Labbits, Clever Jerk. Always a pleasure, guys. Like I said, this is VeVe Wednesdays, episode 19. So brought to you by the VeVe Collective. So, and it's basically just like we've been talking, like, in the space already. Basically, just a group of us that all came together that basically just wanted to create a space where we can sort of just geek out, talk Marvel, comics, NFTs, all these different platforms. Oh, sorry, we've got your hand up there, buddy. What do you want to throw in?
Yeah, real quick, I want to give a shout out to the superstars. They're going to be doing a live stream tomorrow on AMA with the founders of Cryptoys. And so they just put out the link for that live stream tomorrow, and they're asking the community to provide questions for them, for the founders. I haven't figured out mine yet, but it sounds like it's going to be an epic live stream tomorrow. I highly suggest everyone in this space to check it out. And if one of you guys could pin it to the space, that'd be great.
Just about to say, I could probably pin it somehow.
Yeah, like I'm a big supporter of the Cryptoys, and I know we were talking about VeVe, so I don't want to like sidetrack from that, but like I'm 100% behind that project because I get to participate with my child. So yeah, guys, check it out.
Here a little bit about the Cryptoys. I'm a big collector there as well, and yesterday they did the demo for the game that they launched. And I do own a crypto classic, and they skipped me for some reason. They didn't send me the invite. I immediately reached out I saw a post from Superstar, and I reached out in Discord. This morning, I already have my email with my confirmation to join the demo. It was like so easy. The team contacts you. I really love the team there, man. They're doing a really good job about reaching the customer base, and I'm props for that.
Yeah, 100%. The culture they're building in terms of like coming on the ground level and talking with everybody, and also just the environment that they're creating. I really love it. It's very positive. But like my biggest thing is the kids get to participate with us. That's the biggest thing with VeVe. I mean, my daughter owns certain things that has to go through us, but like, games, I get to play games with my kid. And Michael, let us know how that game is, because I haven't really I haven't heard much about it yet, but I haven't looked around either.
Yeah, after contacting them and getting all set up, then when I'm starting to download it or whatever. Anyway, you need to have an Apple or an iPhone to be able to run it. It doesn't work in Windows, so now I have to partition my computer to be able to get Mac running there, and then I'll let you know. But so far, I haven't played it yet.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to pick up one of those. I've been looking at the Cryptoys Classic.
Sorry, that's just on the subject of not being run in Windows.
Oh, yeah, no. I've been looking at the Cryptoid Classics. The problem with me buying stuff on OpenSea is in Hawaii, our bank laws doesn't allow us to use MoonPay or any of that stuff. So I always got to transfer from my exchange, and it takes 72 hours. But I'm eyeing out a Cryptoid Classic because I want to get in on the game.
So, Hinano, what I did for the MoonPay, I requested a debit card through Coinbase, and I just load my card with USD on Coinbase, and I use that card to pay MoonPay, and that lets me buy. So that might be a way to go around it, because here in Colorado, I couldn't use it either.
in Hawaii, we're not allowed to use Coinbase. So there's only certain exchanges I'm allowed to use. In fact, last year we were on some type of like crypto. It was like a pilot program, and the state of Hawaii was actually going to stop that. And so I got a notification from like my exchange saying they're going to have to like sell all my crypto. And then the laws changed again, and I didn't need to do any of that. But yeah, I live in a really hokey state. So the only way I've been able to figure it out is just 72 hours. So I'll wait 72 hours, and I just want to get in, you know. And I also want to own like one of the very first. The Cryptoid Classics look cool, and yeah, I love the project. I collect there too. I collect a lot of the UFOs. I love it.
Yeah, and I got it because I just didn't want to miss it out, and they were still affordable. I don't know what the price is now, but yeah, I tried to get one before they went out. But anyway, man, that's another of the beauty things of VeVe. You just pay with your card, you get your stuff. Like last night, I was trying to get the first Top McFarlane. I had one that I got in OpenSea, but I wanted another one. Top McFarlane first released through the odd key. I think it's a 301. I had to go to Magic Eden or something like that, and then create a Phantom wallet to be able to put Sol on it, and then Solana to be able to buy it, then to transfer it. Man, all of this it takes a lot to be able to buy in all these platforms.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, like that's one thing I've said, like, you know, in other episodes, is that, like, you know, the only way that they're really going to get mass adoption is to make it easy to use, and that's definitely one that VeVe's got the upper hand on at the moment. I mean, let's take McFarlane for example. I mean, like that, those collectibles look amazing, but the process of actually getting them is complicated. I mean, like to the average user, I mean, like for anyone who's not crypto savvy or knows anything about, like, you know, blockchains, MetaMask, Matic, like transfers, et cetera, it's going to be scary, and it's going to put people off. Whereas if you've got, like, you know, VeVe, people just say, yep, I like that. I've got my credit card. I pay with my credit card. It's there. It's mine. Done. And that's one thing that, like, you know, is really needed in the space, is just to try and make it easy to use and a lot more user friendly. That's the word I'm looking for. User friendly.
VeVe and Cryptoys.
Oh yeah, sorry, and Cryptoys. I mean, like, I can't speak much for Cryptoys because I haven't had much to do with the project, but I'm definitely intrigued now. So once I actually have some money, I might actually have a go doing some of these blind box openings. They look like fun.
Make sure you use Superstar Money link.
Absolutely. Yep. I'll definitely be using the Superstar Money link.
That's what makes it a little bit dangerous at times too, when you can just use your card.
No.
Shoot, I bought how much?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I had the exact same problem when I first got into VeVe, because this was back before you could buy gems on the web app. So when I was buying things, I was doing it through Google Pay. So not only was I getting rinsed with the 30% fee, but it's just easy. It's just so easy, because, like, you would look at something and just go, oh, I'll just whack that on my, like, I'll just quickly top up my card with Google Pay. Bang, done. Next thing you know it, like, you know, I once looked at one of my bank statements, like, you know, at the end of the month, and going, wow, I've spent nearly a couple of hundred pound on bloody collectibles. I mean, US wise, that's probably, like, you know, like a couple of, but basically a couple of $100 worth of collectibles in a short space of time. And I've just gone, well, this isn't good. I need to stop.
Yeah.
Guys, you know, Dee was talking about me, right? She was talking about me.
Oh, really? So same problem?
Yeah, the example was from me, so she's describing me.
I feel your pain. That's why I now don't touch Google Pay, and I just, every time I need to load up gems in the app, it's always through the web app now. Only because I need to sit down and actually use my laptop to use it, and if I'm out and about, I can't do it. So it sort of restricts me in that sense.
Oh no, not the Google Pay or anything, but like using the web app and my credit card, because, like,
really?
When I see something I want, I'll swipe it.
Yep.
I hope you get cash back.
That's important.
Absolutely, miles, the whole Magilla. You know me, brother.
Excellent. That's it. Do it smart. If you're gonna do it smart. Yeah. Does anyone else out there in the audience have the same problem? I would love to know anyone else's experience. if they've got 10 seconds and want to share. Dave, how are you, buddy?
Osman, what's up, my man? How are you? Hope everybody's good.
Good, mate. Good. We're just chilling.
Love it. DYNO was good. Hinano, what's happening? Mike, D, Dubs, Digital, what's going on? What's up, everybody else? Yeah, man. There's right now, like, there's so many options for you, Hinano, right? Like, there's so many different ones. It kills me when I hear people like, man, I'm bogged down by this. And I'm just like, there's a solution for that, though. You know what I mean? Like there's so many different options. Like, for obviously, like, you have to find what's going to work best for you, right? So Coinbase card. Well, you don't have Coinbase, so like, well, how does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. Like, do you have a PayPal account, right? Like, PayPal, it might not be the easiest thing, but if you have a PayPal debit card, right? PayPal takes crypto. You now have a non-custodial wallet in PayPal. Now you cannot use it to load crypto and then pay with the card, but you can sell the crypto that's in there at the moment, right? As an easy worker, as like a simple, like, it's a little janky, but there's other solutions that are fully baked through. So depending on either exchanges that you have where you trade, or there's other completely third-party operators that will give you a Visa or a MasterCard, like logo, like debit card that you would load up. And it's just a matter of finding the one that has the right fees. Nexo is an independent bank, right? Is a digital bank located in Lithuania, insured by by Lloyd's of London, right? That's correct. Yeah. It's there's so many and you can absolutely get one of their Visa cards 100%. You load up your crypto, you see exactly what you want to actually put on there, and it spends it for you. Then you just have to do the work of being like, well, where am I just not going to spend the most money on transaction fees and conversion rates and stuff like that? But yeah, there's options, man. I promise you, there's so many Wirex cards, Brex cards. There's a ton of them, man. I'm happy to put together a list if this is a thing that people really struggle with.
I mean, me personally, I use the crypto.com card.
Great.
And that's basically how I buy all my crypto or load up anything. Like, you know, I've got a link to my bank account. I transfer money to my card. I top up my card, and then that's how I pay for things. And I get 2% cash back on everything. So it might not be the greatest cash back, but it all adds up.
Yeah. So, like, hey, Dave, thanks for that, by the way. And I'm sure I've got like tons of options. I and it's unfortunate that I don't do enough research on it, but it's also like, conveniently for me, I don't mind waiting 72 hours, but at the same time, it's not convenient if I want to jump on it. You know what I mean? So like right now I'm at like, I think 10 hours before I can clear it, because I got to wait for my bank to clear it. And it's unfortunate here living in Hawaii that they give me a list of exchanges I can use. So I use Gemini, just because I've been with them for a while. And I'm not allowed to use crypto.com anymore like I could, because the problem I have is certain exchanges doesn't give me provisional credit. And so like crypto.com did before, and then for some reason the state of Hawaii said, okay, no more, you can't use that. And so but yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of options. So yeah, if you got time, that'd be cool. If you send me a DM, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, bro, 100%. You're with Gemini, bro. Gemini has one of the dopest programs out there. And it's not even credit that they have to issue you, right? You just get a preloaded debit card to where you just leave the crypto on there for in the event that you need it, that you can spend it just like cash. Right? It's not like having to deal with the bank or you're literally loading crypto onto the card as a debit card, and they just do the conversion at purchase. Like, Gemini has a great program, and you get rewards too. It's really similar to Coinbase's, bro. Coinbase card, like, people made a killing on the XLM rewards. If you held out onto that shit, I know I've been preaching this forever, but I sound like a broken record. But if you hold on to some of those things, right? Like, you spend money, you're getting 4-5% sometimes, 3% in rewards in crypto back. And this thing was 8-9 cents. It ran up to 17 cents the other day. So every reward dollar that was sitting in your account, you doubled your money. It's crazy, man. So there's options. Like, look into Gemini, though. That's for sure. But I'll happily create a list for you, bro.
Appreciate it, man. I really do. I really appreciate it. And like I said, I'm a pretty savvy guy, but when it comes to all this crypto stuff, it's like, it's sometimes confusing for me. I mean, I'm a network guy, and I came from the stock market. So, I mean, I'm old.
Same. I'm the same way, man. I came from Wall Street too, bro. So believe you me, like, it's a whole different beast. But at least with this, the whole purpose of this is so that you don't have to wait for the fucking banks, man. You don't have to rely on anybody else, right? Like, this is like it's yours. It's 24/7. And we're all, believe you me, we're all smart enough to be able to figure this shit out. We just got to spend the time doing it. But yo, I'm happy to like get people like kind of moving a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, let me know. And I like creating this kind of like, whether it's content or helping out, like this is a resource that we could use. Let's do it for sure.
That's it. This for you, Dave. That's it. Let's go.
So something really interesting is like, wow, we have a few people here with background in stock market. Like most of my investment, most of what I come from, it comes from the stock market, and then slowly moving into the crypto space, which has been a challenge for me, and there is so much to learn from it. But there is actually 4 places that I buy with credit cards: HRO, DC, VeVe, and Cryptos. All those places use credit cards. The first time I bought something with that I can recall was my collectibles. He was selling the drop heads, and he was guiding me on how to buy this, put it in there, and start moving around. Since then, I have been playing a little bit. But I the way I remember, I think the first drop. No, this is what happened. So when I bought the McFarlane span, I actually bought the physicals from the store. They sent me the physicals with some codes. I redeemed those, and that's how I had it. But now I found out 2 days before the Superman drop and the top that I need to figure out how to deposit the Ethereum into Matic and put the Matic to the wallet, and that is when it gets confusing. And then you're running trying to deposit, and you can't. So it is a great challenge. I'm enjoying it. But yeah, like Dave said, there is a lot of options there.
It gets
Dave. Yeah, Dave, I would definitely be interested in one of those lists as well. And if anyone else is interested in a list, I mean, like, definitely, I suppose, Dave, you'd be open to DMs if anyone else was interested.
100%. I just created the list right now. You ready? I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you, and I copied it, and I'm ready to paste it and put it up. There's literally, I said, give me the 10 service providers that offer crypto credit cards with either a Visa, MasterCard logo on a debit account: Venmo, Gemini, Coinbase, Crypto.com, Nexo. There's a different Gemini. There's a different Gemini card, a different Crypto.com. There's different levels to them. So there's so many different ones. And the Gemini, just so you know, it might not, like, if I'm looking at this, this is still good compared to regular credit cards. Are you kidding? 3% back, 2% back on groceries, and then you'll get 1% back on all other purchases. But that's if you take cash. If you take crypto, it's even higher. You can get your rewards in Bitcoin. Like, this is, or 50 other cryptocurrencies. So
there you go.
I have it right here, man. I'll happily put it out.
That's it. If you got any of the UK friendly, I'm definitely open to it.
Dave,
got it.
Yep. Appreciate the alpha, Dave. Always love hearing you talk, man. And you're just a wealth of knowledge. Appreciate you helping people out. And like you said, it does just take time. But once you put in the research, then you got some tools in your tool bag for, forever. Because this is the future. And it's going to get easier over time. It's not 2016 anymore. There's a lot more options. I remember being scared shitless to do anything with crypto because I was like,
same.
Everything looked like a janky website that was going to, take all your funds. But now you've got some real legit businesses around the world that are building this infrastructure, and it's only going to get easier, more user-friendly, more interoperable. But I appreciate you sharing the alpha, man.
And that just goes back to what we were saying before about the strength of community. Is that, like, we've got people in the spaces that come from all these different walks of life now, whether it be stock market, like dealing with like AI and anything else there, and we can all come together and we can share these resources and put those offers out there to try and help each other and trying to just progress in the space and just get more educated, because that's really what we need is like more education in the space. So that's definitely going to help onboard more people and build more confidence. Again, so thank you, Dave, for putting that out for everybody.
Yeah, man, my pleasure. I'm just putting this stuff all together now for like anything that's foreign. Obviously, if you're able to get issued a Visa or MasterCard, that's obviously international. You can use it anywhere Visa or MasterCard's accepted. I think it's just a matter of finding a local one. So there's different third-party ones that are either offshore or whatever that will issue you a Visa or MasterCard one. But I know the Nexo one for sure for you, Osman, definitely does it. But I'll compile that list now. Any other location? I guess like Australia. We have Australia. I'll
Yeah,
put together
well,
a bunch.
yeah, put together. I think probably the most popular ones are probably like US, UK, Australia. Who else we got? We got Guam, Hawaii,
Canada.
Canada. Yes, Canada, definitely Canada. If there's anyone else I'm missing, I do apologize. But yeah, like I said before, if you are interested, send Dave a DM. I'm sure he'll hook you up. Michael, you got your hand up, mate?
Yeah, so sorry, this is a little bit of topic and it's gonna be quick. It doesn't have to be for
Go for it.
For the past week I have been kind of battling and putting it out there that I have been trying to bring forward the issue with the MCP point counts. That is a little bit off. So I did my calculation for all my comics. Today I finished my calculation for all my sets. I didn't take into account any duplicates or anything. Currently, I am getting like 32, and you guys will be like, oh, for you, number 10, big whale, whatever. But I am getting currently like 3,700 points a day, and I am missing like 2,500 a day, and it has been going for months, and I have been trying to bring it up. And so many people have reached out to me because they are having the same issue, not at the same scale, but they're like, yeah, my points are not even close. So I have been trying to get the team attention because the way that they brought it forward is like, oh, we're going to check it out in a case-by-case basis. And I think based on the amount of people that contacted me, I feel like it needs to be like a more general, widespread user base that needs to be, something needs to be done. I believe that it's in the common and uncommon comics that they're getting penalties or something like that. I don't know exactly what is going on, but I know that there is an issue, and I try to bring it forward to the team before like an MCP program is released and people don't have enough points or people feel cheated because they didn't get what they were supposed to before they can spend their points. So I have been really trying to get their attention, and any help from you guys that you can bring forward that, I would really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Yeah, if you send out a tweet and this whole space retweets it, that'd be pretty cool.
That would do it.
Because I mean, they said that it was like a fraction of the people are actually being miscalculated. I don't know about that because I've been hearing a lot of people say that their points are off. So I'm not convinced that it's only a small fraction. I think it's definitely more widespread. So yeah, if we can get behind Michael, just retweet and just get VeVe's attention on this, there must be something going on because I hear it a lot.
Yeah. But also considering as well that they've got like so much like backlog and that they've got to like calculate, because I think even Dan said in one of the AMAs we just had is that basically they've got like mountains and mountains worth of back data they've got to go through to try and calculate it all. So it's probably going to be a long and methodical process, and definitely going to be wrong. I know mine are definitely going to be wrong. But yeah, definitely if you chuck a tweet up, Michael will retweet it and try and get the word out.
Yeah, it seems like the only person that wouldn't care is Rolex because he's already at level 100. But everybody else, it pertains to us. So yeah, it's in our best interest to make sure this gets addressed.
Yeah, I should throw a shout out to Rolex as well. Like, congratulations to getting to 100. That is a pretty massive achievement. I can't. I mean, I'm up to 40 now. So I mean, I'm nearly there, mate. I'm right behind you.
I know some guys that are actually getting as much, if not more, than Rolex's daily MCP points, and they only even have a fifth of the collection that Rolex has. So this is why this MCP thing is super important. But I think VeVe's going to get it right. I think it's just going to take some time, but it's good to like know your own shit. Yeah.
I mean, like also like I've tipped my hat to you as well, Michael, for actually taking the time to actually calculate your MCC points. I mean, I definitely wouldn't have taken the time to calculate mine.
Yeah, especially with that collection, I am pretty much almost at 10,000 collectibles at this point between comics and collectibles, and the sets was 250. I had to go set by set in the VeVe set list and add them up. And again, this doesn't include every single items or anything that is repeat. So it was a lot of work.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, wow, it's like a lot. I'm just going to call you OMW. OMW's got his hand up. So you want to throw something in?
Yeah, I just wanted to give some feedback to Michael. I know I've seen you in the Discord here and there. If you do go to the Discord, they do have a feedback channel that they do look at, and they also do have a feedback hour every month. It's once a month, and that gets sent directly to the team. So if you guys would like to join and give some feedback, it would be greatly appreciated. They are aware. They're working on it. They do it by case basis. If you do go to the Discord, you can click like get help in the support section and submit a support ticket. One of the available mods will help you as swiftly as possible for that account situation, since it does have to do with like your personal information. It does have to go through a real support ticket via the website. If you already submitted a support ticket ever before, just go back to that support ticket and reply all with as much detail as you possibly can, and they will get back to you. Don't make a new ticket, because it'll just go to the queue, and then they'll close the ticket and be like, you already have a ticket. So hopefully that helps. Discord, they'll get you all the links. If you guys don't know where to go, let us know.
Yeah, thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Yeah, I have been reached out by the team, and so they're looking into my account. I was just trying to bring it up because I don't want other people to be in my position. I don't have the power to get to have the same reach. So the tips that you're just giving is amazing. So other people can try to do it that way too. But
No,
Yeah, that's what. Now, thanks for that.
My pleasure, guys. If there's any way that I can help, my DMs are always open. If it takes me a while to respond, sorry, I get a bunch of random spam emails. So, DMs.
No, all good, mate. All good. Just to give everyone a bit of fair warning, like now I'm gonna have to start wrapping the space up in about 10, 15 minutes, depending on how my kids are going to behave, because it's coming up on 6 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and this is about the time my kids start stirring upstairs and wanting to get out of bed. But I like opening the floor up to any of the listeners. If anyone who's been listening or just tuned in, if there's anything you want to throw into the conversation, or a few words you want to say, the floor is always open to you. Again, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out of their day to jump in and listen to us in our space. We always greatly appreciate it. Like I said before, this is VeVe Wednesdays. We're up to episode 19, so we're nearly up to episode 20. So I think when we get to episode 20, we're going to have to do something special for it. I think we're going to do some trivia games, maybe some giveaways. So definitely stay tuned for that for next week. But I see a lot of familiar faces still joining us and still jumping in the spaces. My Collectibles, Omili, say Evolve, say I'm glad you can jump in, mate. Omi Juan, say I see DJ76. So I'm pretty sure you're still listening in my motherland of Oz. So thanks for jumping in. Evolve wants to come up and say a few words. Excellent. Again, thank you, everybody. Appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to come and listen with us. Say, Evolved, how are you, mate? Oh, he's coming up.
Wow, that was a big vibe. Hey, guys.
How are you, mate?
Good. I actually fell asleep with the baby this time and woke up just in time to catch you guys. The last, 30, 15 minutes, something like that. It's good to hear your beautiful voices. How is everybody?
Good, mate. Thank you for able to join us, whether it be like for 5 seconds or for 5 hours. It's always glad to have you here.
What's up, Evolve?
How is dad life?
Good. Dad life is fun. Watching her grow like crazy. Time is flying even faster. But no, it's been good. I'm enjoying it.
That's good. And also another thing as well, you've recently just been celebrating your anniversary, if I remember right.
Yes, we just hit 7 years on Monday. Yeah, on Monday. Wow. So definitely gonna be keep going on with that. Thanks, man.
Happy
anniversary, bro.
That's great. Happy anniversary.
Thanks, DYNO. Thank you, everyone. I know. A
You're
couple of
younger
you
than
guys
me.
DM
You
me.
already got 7 years under your belt. Dang, bro.
Hey, it's crazy. I had my what do you call it? My reckless living early on, so got tied down at the right time, I think.
7, yeah. I'm coming up on 6 years with my missus.
Let's go.
You think she's gonna stick around for another 6?
At the rate I'm going, I don't know.
Who
I honestly don't know.
Is that Hinano?
That was Dave, man. It was Dave.
Oh,
It is
I
Dave.
couldn't tell.
We'll see.
But
We'll see.
that would be something I would say. I would think. Yeah, no, I think you'll be fine, man. D and I have been together for 17 years, and we've had some rough and some smooth times. So, yeah, no worries,
years,
guys.
That's crazy. Congrats to you guys.
Hey,
Awesome.
congrats, Hinano. I'm coming 17 next week too, man. Yeah, congrats.
Nice.
Wow, congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of love and patience, everyone.
I bet.
Oh man, patience is key. And I haven't gotten kicked out of the house yet, so that's a plus.
You guys are well trained to wait on VeVe then. Sounds like.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
Let's go.
And when you have kids, that's even more patience you got to learn.
That sounds like a family that like VeVe's together stays together, huh?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. One big VeVe family. I love it.
We come from the Raven community, so it's what is it, babe? What is it? Brave? No, not that one. No, okay, never mind. I completely forgot she's the guy. I don't know. I think it's when you rave together, you stay together.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Wait,
what?
Oh,
it's not the couple that swings together stays together?
No.
Damn
Not
that one.
That's what I thought I heard too.
Rave. RAVE.
Oh.
Like the raven, like the bird.
Yeah.
Dave, that's the wrong day, Dave.
My fault. I'm trying to get these dudes to sleep on the couch tonight.
She said, "Oh no, I don't share."
That's it. No putting the
lady.
That's it. No, sounds like you're blessed, mate. Very blessed.
I think we all got the love in what is it called? Gosh, I'm sorry. Forget what I'm saying.
Total fail, man. Fail.
That's it. I love it. I love it, mate. It's 100% you. It's 100%.
I'm thinking about something and my brain is just going 1,000 a minute and my mouth can't keep up.
That's right. I got the same.
You did just wake up from your nap.
That's it. I get the same problem as well when I try and think and talk at the same time as when I end up stuttering.
It has gotten a lot easier since doing videos and all that. So with time, right?
That's it, mate. Baby steps.
Pun intended or not?
Yeah, and if with the Frozen drop coming out, you just gotta let it flow, bro. Just let it flow.
That's
I
it.
remember talking to you on a video, and I was just saying, dude, if you try to think about what you're gonna say, it won't come out right. So just let it flow.
That's it. Just let it go. So who's going for the Frozen drop anyway? So is anyone actually going to go for the Frozen drop? We're trying to collect them pencils.
I'm too poor for all that.
Man, I usually go for everything. So I'll probably go for it too.
Yeah, go for it as well.
Yeah, but I don't know how am I feeling now with the new stuff being released and owning the first appearances. So I'm not as pressed as going after this new drops already the first appearance to trying the app, but I usually go for everything, so I'm most likely gonna end up going for it.
That's it. That collector at heart. I love it.
It is kind of cool to see now. We're seeing second renditions of these FAs, and especially ones of the golden moments. You know, these are, I remember the R2D2, Iron Man. You know, there's now Elsa, so it's very interesting to see. You know, we already had Mickey do that. It's interesting to see, and they said it was going to happen. FAs are, I mean, in my opinion, still collector wise where it's at, but aesthetically, I mean, these are the characters that people fall in love with, right? The full color. In some cases, these are animated, so there's definitely a reason to collect them. Yeah, there's a lot of avenues to take. It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, I'm just looking in the market at the moment, seeing what the floor price on the gold moments Elsa is at the moment, and right now the floor on her is 179. So still very, very affordable if anyone's interested in picking up an FA Elsa.
Affordable? No, I was kidding.
Well, compared to where she was up in like the 2-3K range.
You're right.
I remember selling one for like 3,500. My only mistake was going and buying a Steamboat Willie right after that instead of holding on to the gems. But yeah. And if you think about it, she's still 3x the retail price. So it's
that's it.
13,000 editions. So it's pretty insane how well these have held their value, but how high they went is just kind of bonkers to think about how high we went January 2022.
No, yeah, I saw the same thing with my gold moments Iron Man, because that's the one I got on the drop, and yeah, I saw that go straight to the moon, then straight back to the floor. But I still got it because I like Iron Man, so meh.
So I don't know if you guys know this, but I joined VeVe on April 2021, and I didn't buy anything. I was buying Omi and all of that, and I was looking at collectibles. I didn't buy anything until that week when Homer and Bart dropped. That was the first collectible that it took me forever to decide to jump aboard. That week I bought everything like in the second market. I was like, because I don't get drops. That's my luck. I didn't get any single thing on drop. So I was just buying on the secondary. I completed the whole thing, the whole run. And then it was like right before that happened, like a month before the big jump. So I did sell a few things on the high, but I did the same thing as the DYNO. I was buying things. I was selling golden moments and I was buying other stuff at the same time. So yeah, a bunch of comics.
That's it. I think we've all done that in one capacity or another. No, cool. Now you see, so I'm the same. I actually got in May of 2001, but I was the same. I didn't really do much with the app until the gold moments dropped, and I was like, I tried to go for every drop, and I only managed to land the Iron Man drop, and that was all I got. So I was quite happy with that.
Well, yeah, that was pretty nuts, right? I mean, I remember, yeah.
Yeah, well, go on. I was about to say,
the drop system used to be really rough, really rough, and then it got better for a while, but golden moments brought it all back.
Oh yeah, well, do you remember what's it? The app actually crashed when they first did the Homer and the Bart drop. That thing just went completely sideways.
Yep.
Yeah, the Homer. Yeah, the Homer drop was horrible. The way I remember, and they had to postpone it or push it back, or people weren't getting it. It was a whole mess. And then the second day was a little bit better, but the third day was spotless. It was working great.
That's it. It's funny, like as the app and the company progresses, we can look back on these moments and say kids today, they don't know how lucky they are. Back in the day when we had to go for drops, the app was crashing and we wouldn't get anything. We were going to sound like our grandparents before too long.
It was crazy. Like, I'm sorry, it's just bringing back some nostalgic memories. You guys are golden moments, and it crashing back then in comparison, man. If you guys were around for the Nightwing drop or the DeLorean drop, bro, times were completely different. You had to be on the app on that loading page 2 hours ahead of the drop. Okay, you could not back out. There was no refresh. There was no try and sync my. There was none of that. All right, I think that's why a lot of the people, when it came to golden moments, were just like, "All right, I'm ready for this. I've been here. Let's see." We know these people are gonna back out, and then then you're gonna get the spinning wheel of death. You're never gonna be able to log back. Yeah, dude. So.
Dude, I used to log into the app the night before, turn my screensaver off, and just let it sit.
Yeah,
it was brutal. Yeah, and if you got out of the app and tried to come back, like you weren't getting back in the app. It was stupid, and yeah, it took like 30 minutes to get a DeLorean. It was rough. So yeah, we've come a long way.
Yeah, well, that's also brings back another point that when I think it was either I think Dan said it, or I can't remember who said in the AMA, is that one of the things that they're looking at is that basically getting into the wait list, but it's like saving your place, so you don't actually have to be up at like stupid o'clock to try and go for these drops. You can sort of like set it and forget it type thing. Is that correct? Did I get that right?
24-hour wait list with auto buy function.
That's the one.
Yep. Game changer.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
Yeah, that's gonna be so good.
It takes
been
the fun
waiting
out a
very.
little bit, but go ahead.
I was gonna say D has been waiting very patiently.
That was actually my next thing to do. Yeah, only
Great job,
because
Evolve.
that's it. Only because I got to start wrapping this space up shortly because I can hear my kids kicking around upstairs. D, go ahead.
Oh,
the floor.
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's okay. I'm cooking at the same time, but yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for having the space. There's a lot of helpful information that all the speakers provided, so thank you for that. I'm not gonna remember everything because I have really bad memory problem, so I'm gonna have to go and rewatch after. But yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
What?
Have a good day. Have a good night.
No, well, thank you very much, Steve. That's the whole reason why we record these spaces too, so we can everyone play catch up, because sometimes even I forget about things what we talk about. But stay tuned. These will hopefully get to the VeVe Collective's YouTube channel very shortly. Oh, sorry, Dave, you got something to throw in before we go?
Yeah, just last thing I just pinned to the top for the non-US residents. Revolut is a card, and even if you are a US resident, I think you can still use it. But Revolut is like the best thing ever. They literally will send you, like I have 2 of their cards. They will send you essentially like a digital confirmation or a digital card until you get the physical that you can use, until the physical card that you can load up to like your Apple Pay or your Google Pay. So you can start literally right away. If you have crypto that you can just load up onto it, no problem. And there's a ton of different intermediaries that you can use in order to get it on there. So definitely check out Revolut. I mean, it's one of the best. It's like the Visa MasterCard over there. I would say it might actually be even bigger than them. So definitely like look into Revolut for the non-US customers. But I'm compiling a list for the US crew here now too.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Dave, and thank you for putting that up there for anyone who's like I said, for anyone's interested in anything like that, please DM Dave. I'm sure he'll hook you up. All right, guys, I gotta start wrapping the space up because I can hear my kids kicking around upstairs and get ready to kick my door in. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for everybody for taking the time out of your day to come listen to our space. It's always great, massively appreciated. Big shout out to everybody who's still here, still listening. I'll go jump up a few names. So we've got My Collectibles, Shadow, Popi, D, Evolved, Michael Campa, Hinano, Dave, Nas, Uncle Mish. Who else we got? Digital, Fried Labbits, Jordio, Cointech, Invisible D, and Omi Juan. So sorry guys, I gotta wrap this up because I got the kids. The kids are coming. The kids are coming. But again, thank you very much for joining us. Again, big thank you out to my co-host DYNO. Always a pleasure doing these spaces with you, mate, and it's always the one of the highlights of my week. And thank you everybody who took the time to speak. Thank you for everybody. Thank you just everybody for making these spaces what they are, because these spaces do not happen without you, without everybody here. So that's me. Again, this is VeVe Wednesdays, episode 19, brought to you by the VeVe Collective every week, Wednesdays, 8 till 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And also, please follow all of our members' channels as well. We've got Evolve with his content. We've got Hinano and D with, now I have to say it's very, very slowly because I always bugger it up, The Real Uncommon Podcast. And also, I had to think and talk slow for that one. Otherwise I messed it up. Also, we got my collectibles. Make sure you check out my collectibles videos as well. Always amazing content. And anyone else I've missed out on? No, I haven't.
The reset, Dave.
The reset with Dave. Yep. Thank you very much. And DYNO, was there anything you want to say before we close out?
Just another amazing week. Thank you, everybody who listened. Thank you for everybody who spoke, all the alpha that was shared. And I look forward to episode 20. Be sure to tune in again because we got some giveaways and some fun things going on for episode 20. So thanks again, Osman, for faithfully showing up every single week and doing this for us.
No worries. It's my absolute pleasure. And I tell you what, just to make it a little bit of fun, I've been trying to work on some outro music, but I do have one thing that might be a bit of fun if I can find it. And no, I can't. I'll fail, but I'll work on it. Like I said, it's been a busy week. Anyway, I gotta. That's cool. I like that. All right, guys, I gotta go. So take care, much love, and I will see you all hopefully for VeVe weekends, which is happening on Sunday. Or I will catch you next week for VeVe Wednesdays. All right. Take care, everybody. So have a good one.
See you guys.
Bye.
Take care, everyone.
Peace out.